Everyone, Thordan Smash here, and well, the ranked ladder board first weekend of Rumble is officially over, although there are going to be many more, and the reviews are pretty mixed. So today we're going to go over what changes are Respawn going to make, what exactly are the pros, what are the cons, and everything you guys need to know about it. We're also going to go ahead and give out one of the upcoming Watson Prestige skins. All you gotta do is like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill. Without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. So this last weekend, we got, the first ranked ladder event, and a lot of players were jumping into it with the enthusiasm of a Wraith main seeing a golden R301. But this isn't actually just, a ladder. It's a climbing wall made of flaming debris, duct tape, and bad decisions. Respawn's official Twitter, bless their optimistic souls, invited players to dive into ranks from the 7th onward, climb the leaderboards, they said, earn cool rewards, they added, but then came, the inevitable Twitter replies, and yeah, they're pretty bad because nothing ignites a competitive community like dangling mediocre cosmetics, which, I'm gonna be honest, at least they're still finally giving us cosmetics for ranked rewards. It's nice to see some kind of new addition. Over a pit of mismatched lobbies, though, and unchecked aimbots, it begs the question, well, what could possibly go wrong? And let's go ahead and start with the matchmaking. Respawn required players to have crossplay enabled to participate, which is kind of like saying to enter this bicycle race, you must compete against motorcycles, hoverboards, and a cheetah on steroids. Crossplay's intention was to unify the player base, but the reality, it created a Mad Max style free-for-all where PC players face console players, faced aim assist fridge players, faced cheating Roombas using Cronus Zen. One player, Plat in Pain, summed up the sentiment beautifully, saying, "Me, a solo Plat trying to enjoy the game, will pret 3 stacks, melt my team before we even drop. I'm not gaming, I'm experiencing loss." And just like that, rank turned into guess who's getting banned from 300 meters while looting a thermite. Then we're gonna go ahead and talk about, well, the Predator Paradox. Apex most elite players, the 1%, even probably higher than that, the cream of the crop, the guys you think would be off battling other Apex Predators. Nope, apparently they're in gold and plat lobbies, with a lot of players saying, like Andrew Insomnia, rank doesn't mean skill though, and Switches saying, rank may not mean skill, but my gold teammates watching TikTok mid-fight probably means something. The real tragedy, this isn't really a matchmaking system nor any fixes to the existing one. It's a matchmaking mystery box because we still have hidden MMR. One game you're with a Masters level Sweat Lord, the next a Mirage who's crouch spamming behind a door hoping to scare someone to death. And then of course we have the wild issue of cheating, which still hasn't been resolved. Or more specifically, let's talk about how Rank became a hacker convention hosted in your lobby. Aimbots? Check. Wall hacks? Check. Cronus Zen users with a movement of a squirrel on caffeine? Double check. Just Jot TTV didn't hold back, saying all this ladder did was bring out aimbotters and wall hackers en masse. And the response from Respawn, we're exploring detection methods. Right, and I'm exploring becoming a ninja doesn't mean I'm actually stopping any crime, although, at this point I might as well think about it as a side hobby. Console players are actually getting especially heated. Devices like Cronus Zen and Zim allow console players to spoof mouse and keyboard movement and recoil control, effectively giving them illegal thumbs. It's like showing up to a fencing match with a chainsaw. And so the Proto said, love reporting cheaters and getting a nice email saying no action taken while I watch them tap strafe through my soul. You know what's better than banning cheaters though? Banning the innocent, which is going to bring us into the false bans that are happening right now. Players are getting slapped with permanent bans faster than you can say Respawn please. It's just Leo said banned for no reason. I literally just logged in. That's it. That's the tweet. Cole Slaughter said didn't play for 20 days, came back to find my account permabanned. What did I do? Goes to Pathfinder. Apparently not playing is now bannable, so you might want to take note of that. Meanwhile, actual cheaters are still speedrunning through rank like it's Mario Kart. Now, let's talk about rewards, because after all this chaos, you'd hope there's a pot of gold at the end of the flaming zipline, right? Wrong. The main rewards are mostly right now some battle pass stars and a temporary trail effect. Please, for the love of God, make them permanent. If they're permanent on prestige skins, why can they not be a permanent ranked reward? You grind, sweat, rage, and dodge hackers just to unlock stuff that disappears later. 29 John says you call battle pass stars in a trail that expires for rewards. I call that an unpaid internship. Mr. Tally says not buying the battle pass this season. Matchmaking punishes you for trying. At this point, Respawn's reward structure feels like giving someone a world's best dad mug after they rescued a cat from a burning building. Nice gesture, but where's the real payoff? Some players though are just laughing through the pain. Jayasha says, thank you for arenas, I don't play rank. TTV Mountain Goat says, nah, I don't play games that put walking mental illness in it. And Typo Master said, nah, it's garbage. Of course, Respawn then hosted an AMA, a chance to finally address player concerns. Instead, it played out like a politician's press conference with every question was met with, we hear you, we're working on it, and no comment. We learned that Respawn knows the issues exist, but when asked for timelines, we got the answers such as no concrete answers, and when asked about console cheats, we're exploring detection methods. At this point, Respawn's strategy is less fix the game and more vaguely imply improvements until players give up. So where do we go from here? Unless major changes happen, Apex Legends very well could become the MySpace of battle royales, a place where we had fun, made memories, and eventually got tired of all the bots. Warzone and Fortnite are pushing anti-cheat forward. They're experimenting with new tech, doing regular ban waves, and even adding real-time punishments. Apex still handing out 2-week bans to players who clip through a window by accident. If Respawn doesn't overhaul matchmaking, balance ranks for solos and casuals, implement real anti-cheat measures, and communicate, normally and not with no comment or we know about it, they might just lose their core community to the next shiny BR with an actual functioning report system. But this is only the first weekend. Maybe things go up from here. We're going to go ahead and jump into community clips, though. Don't forget to submit your own to me at Thordan Smash, and let me know what you guys think of the current ranked ladder board. Let me know down below, what are your guys' thoughts on ranked rumble / the leaderboard / ladder? Do you think it's a good addition, or do you just want more changes to regular ranks? Also, don't forget to check out this video right here where I go ahead and cover more news and information on Apex Legends on the daily. And until next time, everyone, keep slaying the Outlands. I'll see you out there.